So the piece you just heard that I walked up to is kind of, well, I made it before I knew about the Gauntlet Slam, but it's going to be the song tied to a poem. Doesn't have the title yet. True. Inside, an orchestra hall is silent. Bloody tension torments the audience, but deafening rest. Yet outside siren and explosions play, the stage sheltering outside noise for the audience to forget their strife. The string quartet sits, now a triplet, for one has died in the war. No conductor stands as they raise their bows, no bowing before the show as they play Shostakovich's Gate. The violins play with sorrow, the cello mellow in its lows, and the often forgotten viola plays emptiness as her instrument's seat is vacant. The triplet looks over instinctually at the violist, who would have craned her neck, giving back grins, yet now the seat lies empty. Her viola singing emptiness as her instrument sits there for her, wishing to play among the alive. Yet the viola is broken, barred from speaking just as she, for instruments in war, are not voice or sound, but it's the act of living at all that makes the sound of music. The concert comes to a close, yet the piece repeats a cycle, first movement sounding like fifth, for he knew Dresden's concert wanted to be the only empty concert hall in history. For when the curtain came down, so too did bombs. People fall to the floor in time, for they were in the audience, just sitting while others die. So they shall, too, become a part of the common people's performance. As I get into my next poem, the reason I kind of did this war motif is because the song is about the Dresden bombings in Germany and World War II. So I really wanted to just make that connection. This one is titled Mother. I don't know how to flow well. People are killing my mother in our own home along with me. They barge in through the window, tearing up the couch cushions as they trash it with their beer-bearing hands, thrashing the bottles to the floor. They grab her by the hands and angrily force them upon the lighted stovetop, making me watch the sizzling turn scorching of her old perishing palms. And they take our food, stuffing it into their greedy porched gullets without leaving the cabinet doors time to replenish our stock before they raid our rooms again. Although, in all of these atrocities, Mother takes it out on me. I know that Mother doesn't mean to dearly damn me, but she needs an outlet, an opportunity to pent up her frustration. So she burns my bruised hands onto the stove with her own scalding scrapes of skin, takes my food that I've saved up between days of destruction, leaving me a starving skeleton, and trashes my torn room, all in a way of making me feel her pain too. Maybe it's gearing me up to fight, attacking alongside Mother against the assailant society of our home. Mother, named Nature, loves me so I'll love her too. Love her in the fight for our home. Who's going to say this other one? It's called Loving is My Self-Harm. It's kind of sad. I don't Loving is my self-harm. Love is toxic, poison on the platter where I serve subservience to significant others to which whom I love, giving up my heart as the appetizer, my mind the meager meal, my hands which cook all of it the silverware, my face the napkin they use to wet their own or they find it too appalling to be used as anything of beauty, but I'm eaten by only flies. Loving is my self-harm. Love is obsessive, superlative of lust and desire, primitive with a must where I can't decide if I need or want, or if I should break the friendship because I know the feelings won't fade. Their soul is like a decaying moth where it'll die in my hands. I still want to feel the leaves flutter on me like I'm the one who'd help the most. But I know that desire will kill the essence of existence, the friendship with me that we curated. Loving is my self-harm. Love is heavy. It scars my innards when I see someone so soft inside that my heart stops ticking in time, tracing the tufts of their hair in my eyes as I wish to rustle with my fingertips. But I know I'll never love them. They told me so. They told me all I am to them is a friend, brother, an acquaintance at best, a ghost of the past, or just nobody at all. But the love still lingers like a gnat. You have to swat away hitting yourself as you try, yet it persists. It lives when you try to hit it. You hit harder, it doesn't die, but you do instead. Thank you.
Love this poet.
You know what? I'm gonna skip that one for now, and I'm gonna do the first poem that I did here that I really like. I've only been here for a month, so that's not saying much. But oh well, it's kleptomaniac.
Yes.
I'm a kleptomaniac. I don't have a defined life set in the sand that I drew in myself, not in the set in the stones of new or old age to me. I've stolen the treasures of the written word from older poets before me. I've taken my humor from my friends' current past. I've plundered my virtue from games I played. I borrowed the tongue that speaks outwardly from, well, my friends again. I'm just a dragon's hoard of a mind. Nothing I have is original nor mine. My brain only seeks what is good, scrapes away the bad or ugly, and what's left is an autistic mess, not knowing how to make a human.
Same.
I'm like a puppet, propelled by pulleys on strings as I walk like I see others do. I sometimes forget how to walk, so I look back on my manual on how to be. I'm like an alien in the way that I can't see myself like others, seeing them as a different species as I try to mimic them. But I'm back to being a kleptomaniac, searching for answers on how to be human, trying to grab and keep memories, thoughts, feelings, and emotions to try to gain insight on how others feel, hoarding that information past the ceiling to mask my self-doubt on being born. Maybe the reason why I'm doing college for psychology is to learn myself how to live. Live in the body of the human, operated by strings like a rag doll, without letting others see my strengths. So this poem is kind of based on the time my sister had a hurricane tornado on her birthday. That's it. Apologetic is young April, for her rain signifies maturing, showering warmth from cradle, forgetting a smile today, endearing. Yet, like a sister on her birthday, she expects the most of all seconds, picking her best dress to sway and dance in. She happily beckons. Young April, on a special hour, turns into a tornado of emotion, wreaking wrath with promising valor and her wind-induced destructive emotion. Tantrum is the tornado of trying, becoming of age and seeking direction, so let little April lie her crying, even for a moment. then come affection. Then April will soon mature, paving for May, even if tornado comes awry in age. Our sister still comes out to play, for she's blossomed into teenage. Let poor April age the tornado, for she'll shower into our singing sister, Mary as she blossoms flowers, so we grow alongside her, even in a twister. And I was gonna only do one from the gauntlet, but I kind of like this one a bit too much. I have this really weird fear. If there's not a ceiling above me, I can't look up. I can't. So this is about that. I'm afraid of looking up, scared of the stars surrounding society, the sun's shining smile that glares against my gaze wherever I try to move beyond my mortal mind's comprehension. I have to crane my neck, choking myself to check if the stars and sun still shine and if the birds still soar above. So maybe what I'm truly scared of is the scarcity of our benign blood, the shackles of being human in short supply that we would die if we weren't tied to blood. Maybe me making myself choke to see the skylines of space is our nature neutering our sense of seeking beyond our currency. Maybe me being scared is my safety, like Icarus foretold in his wax-worn wings. Unwavering was he when he soared like a wyvern, until he crashed into the sea of what we are supposed to be, human. But maybe I'm scared of searching for meaning that's fleeting with every second that goes by. Maybe I'm scared that I've wasted so long trying to look upward, so trying to look deeper, that I've forgotten how to live life now. And I'm gonna just do one more, because I don't know, this one's about my, I guess, self-doubt, self-hatred, like I alluded to. It's called, I'm not a poet. I'm not a poet. I'm not longingly listing lines of verse at twilight when the light of day is gone, and past when the moon lurks and the lights drop, the larks go to bed for a long while. I'm not a poet, purposely proposing propositions of prose and prize poetry for preparators of the principle of the physiological mind, preparing ponderers for perpetual promises. I'm just a person who wants to write woeful words, so when winding down at my wit's end, I will work to leap my whims away. I may do poetry, but tying and tethering me towards that art that time will entitle correctly is tired, I do try to tell. So don't call me a poet, a daunting, dire disposition that does not call directly down to dating me. I'm not a poet. I am just a maker. I'm just an untalented maker of sprung-up words. So don't venerate me with vile venom. Don't assign me such asinine aliases. Speak of me with the truth. I'm not a damn poet. I'm just a husk of meaning, for my word is such, made with meaningless meaning. I'm not a poet. Save your words and fame applause.
You were amazing.
Thank you.